We're going to take you out today to learn how to explore Lake George like a local. We're going to show you where all the town docks are. We're going to show you where the cliff jumping spots are. We're going to show you where the general store and you can buy ice cream is. And we're going to take you on a picnic, and we're going to show you where you can come up and go camping out on one of the beautiful islands on Lake George. Hi, this is Andrew Brodie from Lake George and Yankee Boating Center. I've been boating on this lake since the week I was born. And Yankee Boating Center has been in my family for 53 years.
I'm Brayden. Every day I'm not working, I'm out on the lake on a boat, so I'm excited to show you guys the lake.
Hi, my name's Bri. I'm super excited to share with you a tour of Lake George, show you all the secret and fun spots.
Let's go! We're heading into Lake George Village. Lake George Village is a really busy center at the southern end of Lake George, and it's got loads of activity. You got steamboat cruises, you got the old fort, you got resorts, and of course you got a lively bar and restaurant scene as well. We're going to take you into the Lake George town docks, show you where they are, show you how to tie up at them. They're public docks, but they are pay docks, so you got to make sure that you go and get your ticket and pay for your slip for the day, and then put it on your boat. Also, there's no overnight docking on the Lake George town docks. What you want to look for, of course, right behind it on the hill, that's the Fort William Henry Resort. And the large TAM and the red roof structure is the main hotel center. And the old structure on the right, that is a renovated wedding hall and conference and event center. So you want to pull up right up here, and all these steel pier docks right here are the town docks. And you'll see the sign on the end of the dock, public docks, meters, parking. Also, another way to find it is it's right in between the two steamboat companies. You got Lake George Steamboat on the left with the Minnehaha paddle boat, and over on the right you got the Shoreline Steamboat Company with their marquee boat, the Adirondack.
So Brayden, what are your favorite spots here down in the village?
Oh, one of my favorite things to do in Lake George Village, especially on a hot day, I like to go get ice cream in the village. There's a few spots. If you like hard ice cream, you could go to Ben & Jerry's. If you're more of a soft ice cream type of person, you could go down to the Pink Roof. There's just so much to do in Lake George.
So true, Brayden. And what are some good places to go shopping down here as well?
Shopping, right in the center of the village, you'll find the Village Mall where there's good stores to shop at. Like the local store, that's a pretty popular one. And there's spots all along the main village stretch. You really can't go wrong. When you spend your time in Lake George Village, what do you like to do? Where do you go?
I would say one of my favorite things to do is to go mini golfing. Right down that way you have the mini golf course around the world. It's super fun. As Brayden said before, there's also the Pink Roof, which is conveniently right next to it. I always end up, caving and getting a sweet treat after I go there. So it's usually around the world and then ice cream. It's really fun down here. Plus we have a gorgeous view.
So much to explore down here, but we're standing right now on the Lake George Boardwalk, which just stretches along from $1 Million Beach down at that end of this strip here and all the way around the waterfront to the corner of the village. All along this boardwalk, and great access to waterfront restaurants. You got the Lagoon, the Boardwalk Restaurant, Christie's on the Lake. They all offer meals, lunchtime, dinner, with great bars and always nighttime entertainment.
The ranger station. It's on the east side of the island, about halfway down. If you get a day pass or an overnight stay for camping here on Diamond Island, Speakerhead Island, or Long Island, you have to check in with the ranger first. We're going to take you through that, but right now we're headed to the dock, so let's go.
course, Lake George is one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest lake in the country. So jumping in, going for a swim is a must-do. And there are a lot of little bays nestled all around and coves nestled all around the lake, which are great spots to anchor up, tie up, and go enjoy the freshwater of Lake George. We're over here on the east side of Long Island, and one of the most popular spots is called Sandy Bay. And we're on the east side of the island, and the way to get there is once you're on the east side of Long Island in the southern basin, you're going to go around the next point of land right over here. This is called Cleverdale Point. You're going to go around that point, and you're going to head right back into that bay, and back into the base of that bay is Sandy Bay. Sandy Bay is a little different than a lot of the other bays on the lake because it's regulated in how many people they allow to anchor up there. You're actually not allowed to throw an anchor over, that's not permitted. But there are about, say, 50 plus mooring balls that you can go tie up. And as we go on a busy Saturday, this whole place could be filled up by 9 a.m. Cliff jumping at Calves Bend, which is in the southern basin of the lake. Calves Bend is just kind of hidden in along the shoreline on the eastern shore of the lake, and it's all natural, wooded, state-owned land over there. So sometimes it can be really hard to find if you don't know where to look. So one of the easiest ways to find Calves Bend is you're going to want to find Dome Island right down the middle of the lake. It's easy to spot. Big island in the middle of the shape of a dome, just outside of Bolton Landing. If you head due east of there, and along that shoreline, you're going to find Calves
Bend. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like swimming into Calves Bend. You're going to want to get in the front of your boat, make sure your driver knows you're jumping in, and then go ahead. So swimming into Calves Bend, you have two sides, the right and the left. For beginners, I'd go to the left side, which is right behind this big rock. So when you first get up, you're going to see this crack in a rock. You're going to use those cracks to help yourself up. There you go. Way up here. This can be your smallest spot to jump off of. It's about 5-10 feet from the water. Up here is gonna be your tallest spot for jumps on this side. That's about 20-25 feet. So where I am right now is about a 30-foot jump. That's the biggest one right up there. And you can see Bri right there. So Bri's gonna make sure no one else is jumping before she hops in. 3, 2, 1. So over here is going to be the right side of Calves Bend. And use the tree here like I am. Grab onto the roots and stuff to help your way up. Footholds in the roots too. Then use that as handles. And that's how you get on the right side of Calves Bend. On the right side, that's our smaller spot right there. This is our medium spot, and that's our 45-footer. Yeah. That's how you jump off a cast cannon like yours.
So Brayden, how did it feel going up that super high cliff at Castle?
It was super fun, a little boost of energy from the jump, a little fear from it, and the water was super nice too. That was a good jump, 10 out of 10.
I totally agree. One thing about cast pen is you really have to be a strong swimmer to go in there. The water was pretty rough today. It was definitely refreshing, but you definitely get tired jumping in and out and then climbing back up. You want to make sure that if you're going in there that you feel like you're a strong swimmer, and if not, you wear a life vest.
All right, everybody, we're pulling into Log Bay, and Log Bay is the main swim tie-up beach spot here on the lake. It's the biggest, it's the most popular. It's a huge, shallow, sandy bay just on the east side of the lake. It's directly across the lake from the Sagamore Resort and Bolton Landing. And if you take a look up on the mountain right up there, it's right below Shelving Rock, which is this nice cliff face on the mountain that overhangs the bay. One thing you gotta remember when you're pulling into Log Bay, like any swim spot where you're gonna anchor up, is there's gonna be other boaters around. There's gonna be people swimming in the water. So you need to be extra observant when you're pulling into the bay. You need to plan ahead and map out where you wanna go, where it's safe. And of course you don't wanna go in too shallow, right? Because if you go in somewhere too shallow, you're gonna hit the bottom of your rock with your propeller and you're gonna do some damage to your propeller and drive. So you don't wanna do that. So you just want to, when you come into the bay, you want to come in nice and slow. You want to take a look at where a nice open spot is, that you won't be interfering with anybody else on an anchor. And pick your spot and then go into it slowly. You want to make sure that you have your anchor prepared and that it's ready to go. You want a good, proper size anchor. You're going to want 4 to 5 feet at least of anchor chain on it between the anchor and your anchor line. And that's going to let your anchor lay down flat and dig in to the sand over here in Log Bay. And it's going to give you a good hold because you don't want to put your anchor out and then be drifting around and bumping into other people. But on a busy Saturday, this bay is hopping with people. And people are out hanging out. There's families, there's young people. There's a volleyball net set up in the shallows of the bay. And there's even some cool hikes, so you can anchor your boat, and as long as you trust your anchor and everything's good, you can do a cool hike up to a waterfall right off you swim into the shoreline, follow the trail, and then there's a beautiful Shelving Rock Falls right up the hill here. It's about a 10-minute hike up into the woods.
Who have also anchored here, which is really cool. And then I'll show you what the floor looks like. It's pretty sandy. There's like a little stones and stuff like that, but nothing that you should cut yourself on.
When you come to Sandy Bay, make sure you bring a volleyball fully inflated. Because it's a really good net. It's fun.
Yeah, so there's the net there. It's fun. You can play with your own party, or sometimes it's fun to include other people as well. And then right over there is also where you're able to walk on land in the bathroom in the rock jumping.
Your thoughts on the net?
I really like it. It's a really fun spot. It's definitely a hot spot here in Lake George, and it's no surprise why. I mean, it's super sandy, really shallow, kid friendly. There's a rock jump that you can go off at, volleyball net. 10 out of 10, would definitely recommend. Also, another secret about Log Bay. If you go on land, there's about a 20-minute hike to a beautiful waterfall called Shelving Rock. And it's absolutely stunning, so I definitely recommend that as well.
Yeah, I agree with Bri. You really can't get bored in Log Bay. You can spend the day jumping, hiking, or just swimming and chilling on your boat. So that's it for Log Bay. We'll catch you at the next spot.
We are here on West Dollar Island, which is A small island located just north of the Narrows and just south of the Mother Bunch Islands on the west side of the lake. West Dollar Island is a day-use picnic island. There's over 170 islands on Lake George, and I think about 150 of those are state-owned islands. Many of those are day-use picnic islands, which means you can go online on reserveamerica.com, book a picnic site on one of the islands for the day, and you get a dock and you have a site for the day. So it's a great spot to come and take a break and hang out on an island and be cool. You can use it as a base for the day, and you can go off, do some tubing, do some exploring, and have some fun, and then come back to your island when you're ready and you want to just cool off and take a break. So all these islands on Lake George have their own little charm. Some have cool little swimming holes. Long Island is a mile long, and you can bring your mountain bike out there and cruise up and down the island. West Dollar Island has an awesome cliff that's just great for the whole family. The cliffs are anywhere from 10 to 15 feet high, and no matter what your comfort level is, there's something for everybody.
Alright, so now I'm swimming up. Brayden is going to be a gentleman, and he's going to hand me the rope. This one's pretty easy to get. Oh wow, no problem. What a gentleman! So now I'm just climbing my way up. Folks, if I can do it with one hand, you can do it with two, right Brayden? So Brayden is gonna go off the higher one, and I'm gonna go off the lower one. So go ahead, Brayden, start it off. Woo! And now this is the lower one here, and I'm gonna jump off the lower one. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Little bug. Alright, so we just finished of all the clips that we jumped off today, which have included Aspen, West Dollar, and Aspen. What has been your favorite?
So out of the two, I like
Yes.
I like Aspen better just because the water was a little bit warmer, but I did notice West Dollar was a lot better for family setting, so if I was up here with the family and stuff, I would definitely choose West Dollar. It's just easier to get in and out of the water there too. And it's a more family friendly stuff.
I definitely actually agree. I would say West Dollar was a lot more manageable, a lot easier to get up, and the jump was definitely a little less daunting. So I would say both were equally as fun and equally as fun. Alright, we'll catch you in the next spot.
All right, we're gonna bring you now to Paradise Bay, which is a magical spot. It's a little secret, secluded bay just north of the Narrows on Lake George on the east shore. It's about a half, when you go past the Narrows and you get just through the Narrows and past the last island, you're gonna go about a half a mile on the right. It's hidden, it's hard to find, so you wanna cruise up that shoreline. You wanna look for this big rock dome island right here. If you find that rock dome island, and go just 50 yards north and head east into the shoreline, you'll see a couple danger buoys and a little channel through 2 islands. Then we're gonna head right in there right now. The most important thing to know about Paradise Bay, other than it's called Paradise for a very good reason, a great reason, it's beautiful, it's secluded, it's calm, it's protected, you're nestled in the islands and the mountains, is that you're not allowed to anchor here at all. You're not allowed to drop a line, drop an anchor. So 40 years ago, this was the place to come and anchor, and there would be 200 boats squeezed in here, anchored, everybody hanging out for the day. But it got dirty, and the local lake commission said there was going to be no more of that. So important to know when you come to Paradise Bay, no anchoring. But it's so nice and quiet in here that you can just float around freely. It's a windy day out today, and now that we're in here in Paradise Bay, there's no wind, the lake's glass in here. So it's still a great spot to come and float around and swim. And there's even a small rock cliff that little kids can jump off of as well.
Make sure you smash and hit that subscribe button. Comment Brayden do a backflip if you should do a backflip.
Okay. There the front flip is.
Beautiful.
And it's so warm in here. Definitely the warmest spot. So right now we're back on the boat, on our way out of Paradise Bay. Bri, what do you think of Paradise Bay?
Paradise Bay is a 10 out of 10 for sure. It was so sick to see Brayden do a front flip. I may have peer pressured him a little bit, but he pulled it through. It was seamless, effortless. It's definitely one of the warmest bays too, calmest. I definitely recommend this bay. So yeah.
Yeah, this was definitely my personal favorite spot of the day. Warmest water. That's one of my favorite jumping spots. So yeah, Paradise Bay is 2 thumbs up. 3.
All right, we're here on Glen Island in the Narrows, and Glen Island is an important island for 2 reasons. One, the ranger station is here, and this ranger is the one that oversees all of the islands in the middle of the lake, from the Narrows up through the Mother Bunch. Second most important reason is because of the Glen Island General Store behind us. So right up here is a little general store, and it serves as a general store for boaters on the lake, but also all the campers around the lake. There's camping provisions, frozen foods, and most importantly, ice cream. And thousands of kids around the lake know this island as Ice Cream Island because of the Glen Island General Store.
Thank you guys for following us around on our day in Lake George. Hope you guys found some new spots and learned a few new things from the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, follow, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.